Hey everybody, it's Dylan with Mountain State Films and Tunes, and I've got a movie review for you. Today's movie review is going to be on See How They Run. It's a movie directed by Tom George and starring Sam Rockwell and Saoirse Ronan. And the movie is set within the world of theater, where a member of the theater group is murdered, and two detectives, played by Sam Rockwell and Saoirse Ronan, are put on the case to see who committed this crime and what's the reason behind it. Overall, I really enjoyed this movie, and oddly enough, I usually know a lot about movies that are coming out, but I actually did not know about this movie until probably about a few months out from its release. I was going to an auditorium a few months back and saw the poster by an auditorium and saw that it was a detective whodunit movie, and I was like, well, I got to see that, especially with the people involved. And overall, this is a very fun movie. It has a pretty charming identity throughout. Sam Rockwell and Saoirse Ronan once again proved that they're absolute professionals, and you can tell they're trying their best, in these roles. And the supporting cast also brings an ever-changing presence to the movie. They have different levels of energy, and as a result, the movie has quite a bit of energy that's ever-changing, throughout the narrative, and they do a very good job. I think even though the movie has a charming identity, it does repeat some of its comedic elements a little too much. There's certain things that it will do that'll be very funny the first few times, but then it'll keep doing it over and over, and then it's just not very funny or refreshing. And it sometimes feels like the movie at certain points doesn't have enough confidence in itself. And that's unfortunate because there were certain sections where I just didn't think it... I thought some of the comedy could have been a little bit more ever-changing. And also, the movie does a good job of keeping you guessing, and that's what you want a detective or a whodunit movie to do. You don't want to be able to guess who the killer is or who's involved. And the script very smartly focuses on each character, gives them time to shine, but also imbues them with... levels of mystery to where you're thinking, okay, could it be that person or could it be this person? And I think overall the movie at a certain point becomes kind of a hangout movie where it's kind of more so focusing on hanging out with the characters, and then the plot's a little kind of secondary for a little bit. And I think that if, the main character is one of my other problems with the movie. The main character played by Sam Rockwell is kind of disinterested, and stale, and it's not anything to do with Sam Rockwell's performance. I think he does a fine job and does the best job he can. I think it's how this character is conceived. A lot of detectives are, in these types of movies, are quirky, or they have some sort of energy, or they have a tragic past that they're trying to overcome and do a good job, and they're trying to make a difference in the present day, and that's very relatable. That's why so many of these movies are timeless. The movie, though, could have a somewhat fun time with his disinterested nature and have some comedy beats attached to that. And it does at certain points, but it's kind of attached to repetitive humor, so it doesn't really hit as well. But also at the same time, the movie actually doesn't tap into his emotional state, in regards to his dark past. And as a result, we're not really able to connect with that character. So it's like you can either connect with him from an emotional standpoint and kind of somewhat analyze his past, or give him a little bit of energy, to where you can connect with him and feel a little bit more acquainted. And, when you're doing a hangout kind of movie, you want to be able to connect with that character, and you want him to feel like you're friends with him, essentially. You want to feel close to him. And I think the movie doesn't do a very good job of having us connect with that character. And I think Sam Rockwell does as good of a job as he can do, and he does give the character a sense of legitimacy. It's just that character as that character in terms of being conceived, I think could have been done a lot better. But Sam Rockwell did as good of a job as he can do, and I give him props. Overall, though, this is a very fun movie, and it will keep you guessing. I didn't see where certain things were going, and the movie actually does a very good job of utilizing setup and payoff. So it'll set something up, but it doesn't do it in an obvious way, and then it'll pay that off, and you kind of have many of these eureka moments where you realize, oh, they set that up earlier, now they're paying it off. But it's never obvious, or they're never hitting you over the head with it. It's very natural. Overall, I definitely recommend this movie. It's a good movie, not a great movie, but overall, it is a good movie. I don't believe it's playing in theaters now, but if you see it on home video or you're able to rent it, definitely do that because it's definitely worth it. Um, Overall, there's going to be more video reviews coming. I know that it's been a little while since we did a video review, but we're going to be utilizing this platform more often. So definitely be on the lookout because there'll be more video reviews in the near future. You all have a good day and thank you.